get their gift cards available at RitaYanez.com.
Hi there, Pisces. This is your December 2015 forecast. This is going to be a great month for you. I know that Tower card looks a little crazy, so let's talk about it. This month opens up with the energy of the Tower, and the Tower card is letting us know that there's a situation or some relationship or something going on in your world that would be very much related to the home base or the core of your life. Let's say you're not married and your job is everything to you. That would be an area that's important, that could be structurally flawed in some way. So with that in mind, we know that there are elements of this lack of stability, this inherent instability that is going to permeate the next few weeks. And it isn't going to be something so drastic that it can't be remedied or worked with. It's like anything else. If you discover a flaw or a crack or some issue with your foundation, or if you discovered that some pipes that run through your concrete slabs or, this kind of thing, you might have to actually cut some concrete out if that's, you live in a part of the world where concrete slabs are just right what the house is sitting on, and you might have to do some work, but it's better to go through a little work right in the beginning to discover where the problems are before they become really massive and cause you problems later on. So even though this instability is inherent, it doesn't mean that it can't be corrected. Now, the truth is that the Tower is somewhat definitive in it representing that this structure needs to come down, that something needs to really be brought down with the wrecking ball so that it could be rebuilt. You know that there's some work involved in this, but I guarantee you that by the end of the month, you'll see why this was necessary. And I think you'll be able to handle it all in hindsight with even a sense of humor. So the first week of the month, we start off with this energy of instability. We know that there are some possibly precarious situations. And then we go into week 2 with the Strength card. The Strength card indicates that you're going to be just fine so long as you persevere and that you don't lose faith in the concept that all things are made right in the end. We like to talk about reaping what we sow, that the means don't always justify the ends and the ends don't always justify the means. Sometimes we have to change course in the middle of a trajectory. We have to decide for ourselves whether this is working out or not. You see this with people who realize, I'm really not happy in this marriage, or their partner comes up to them and says, I love you and we are so close, but I am so unhappy. I want out of this. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but you see how sometimes somebody bringing this information to light is somewhat destabilizing, but in the end, it's better that you know and that somebody's being frank with you before some other situation arises that could complicate the matter. The Strength card also indicates that brute force is not necessary. Forcing people to do what you want, bending them to your will, isn't at all tolerated by the universe at this time. The universe says, believe in the efforts that you've put into your life. Believe that you have sown what you hope to reap. If you've made mistakes along the way, hopefully you can make amends and bring peace and even a level of karmic payback to it, where maybe you do some charitable good works, or maybe you make amends with somebody that you feel you've hurt. Something such as this could really go a long way, because truly there isn't a whole lot that you can do about the energy of the major arcana cards when they show up, but you certainly can do the right thing and show the universe that you're intent on making better choices in the future. If you've been hurt by somebody else and they are still just stonewalling and not wanting to say anything even remotely apologetic, well, use your good graces to allow it to fall away. Forgive them even if you don't forget their transgressions, so that you can get this energy off of your plate and back into their court. Just serve it right back. You don't have to actively engage in any, relationship warfare, regardless if this is your current partner, an ex, but there's a lot of emphasis with Pisces on someone who is in relationship to you, either as your current partner, your former partner or a person who might become a new partner here in the near future. So keep that in mind. It's all about keeping the wheels of life turning and going with the flow, because the world stops for no one. It keeps spinning on its funky axis. Week 3, we have the Ace of Cups, and this is a card that indicates that even if things are a little uncomfortable at the beginning of the month, or maybe even a lot more uncomfortable than we'd like it to be, the Ace of Cups indicates that there is a potential for a spiritual renewal or a personal renewal, or an ability to feel almost like you're washed clean from the burdens of the past, that they're no longer on your back. You know, the 600-pound gorilla doesn't have to be on top of you. You can go ahead and set it down now. Week 4, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Well, you know, this isn't always like a major victory, but it is still somewhat a victory in some part of your personal life that you feel like, see, okay, I did my best and it wasn't good enough, but damn it, I did. This could even indicate that there could be some people around you that are not really happy about your idea of victory, or they really prefer that you keep fighting some imaginary battle to show up their ex or to push that person into a corner. And you might be like, look, dude, this is good enough right here. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to drop it. I'm just going to accept it for what it is. And then somebody else is kind of like, yin, 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 you know, just nagging at you because you won't go do battle anymore. And we're like, what the hell does this person want you fighting for? You know, anyway, if there's a fight that needs to be had, why don't you send them off to war? Week 5, we've got the Star card energy, and that's really good, especially considering what you started off the month with. So here by the end of December, not only are we heading into this full moon, it's going to be, I believe, in Cancer, so it could be very emotional. Go ahead and let the fullness of the moon refresh you and cleanse you. And even if the astrological new year isn't until about Aries birthday time in the spring, just know that symbolically, especially here in the United States, we take this time to reflect on everything that was in the past. And okay, so yeah, maybe we make promises to change our eating habits or not to suck down so many Cokes or do whatever we do. But in reality, the biggest commitment we can make is to live fully every day, to forgive as much as possible, to move away from those things that no longer serve us, and to let the past remain where it is. And Pisces, you've got to remember something here, that what you're working with here, the decisions you will make December 2015 are actually becoming the foundation for 2016 and 2017, fully into part of 2018 if we were to sit down and split the hair. So it is important for you to let things go. Let's say you're in a situation where somebody keeps bringing up the past, or like me, my 7th house is Pisces, and that's where my moon is, don't you know? And so somebody will bring up some relationship or some entanglement or something from the past, and we have every right to say, please don't bring it up. I don't want any. I dealt with that person, that situation, that thing, that family, that craziness. I am done. And sometimes we actually have to make a stand, even if it's between ourselves and the universe, to say, please don't bring me these whack jobs anymore. I don't want it. I am moving away from it. Okay, universe, you got that? And then you take your little poppers pack, you know, your little bandana tied with a couple of provisions on a stick, and you say, and I am done with this. Sometimes symbolic, we need to do something that demonstrates that we're finished with the past, that we're letting it fold away, that we're letting it become some figment of some either beautiful dream or hideous nightmare, and we can let it go. With that said, Pisces, I wish you a wonderful December 2015, and may your happy holidays be bright and special.